Well, this is great. I'm here today with Lucy Ryan, who is the author of Revolting Women, Why Midlife Women Are Walking Out and What to Do About It. One of my favourite titles, one of my favourite covers, I have to say. And this is part of, you might have seen these, you might have not, I've been interviewing each of the authors of the 18 Practical Inspiration Publishing titles shortlisted for this year's Business Book Awards. And Lucy, you're one of them. This is in the Diversity, Equity and Inclusion category. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really exciting. And I guess I'm going to start with the question I've been asking everybody, which is, why did you write this book?
Well, I think the honest truth is I couldn't not, and I tried not to.
Really tried not to write this book.
You know, I studied the whole topic for my PhD for nearly 5 years, and I really wanted to put it away. I wanted to do something else, and you know, I wrote another leadership book straight afterwards instead. But oh my goodness, it wouldn't leave me, and I kept seeing it coming up in the media, and the book just would not leave me. And you know, as you know, I tried a number of ways to write it. Did your amazing book challenge 3 times. Don't know if that makes me a winner.
Everybody completes that challenge.
And I couldn't not write it. And once I kind of had worked out, how do you translate a PhD into a readable book? How do you get the writing right? How do you get the voice right? How do you get the audience right? The whole thing it kind of poured out of me in a matter of months. Yeah. And it was like that.
And I think the audience piece is particularly interesting, isn't it? Because you and I went round and round on this.
Yeah.
Is it for women themselves who inform and empower? Yeah. Is it leaders? Is it for organisations to say, wake up, this is going on? And it's not a one-off thing, it's a systemic thing.
Yeah.
Which I guess leads me on to the next question, of course. It's just why does the book matter?
It is easy to let this topic just be silent. Indeed, which I was guilty of. I'm not going to write about it. I'm not going to talk about it. And that's the whole reason it matters, is that it's been silent. So women are exiting, middle-aged women are exiting organisations, and they still are in their droves. And no one cared. It was a silent revolution. And it matters precisely because of that, in that when we let it go under the radar, then it continues to be a silent revolution. And I just had this urgent need, in a way, to bring the whole subject to life and stop it from being so silent. I would love to say I was pivotal in kind of starting to do something about this revolution. But actually, if I just help some organisations decide to attract, retain, promote middle-aged women, and help some women, if they're going to go loudly, then it really matters.
And just because not everybody will have read the book, I know most people would have done, but not everybody will have read the book. Why are they leaving? Why are these midlife women leaving the organisations?
In a nutshell, 3 reasons. Number 1 is gendered ageism. So they're leaving because of a combination of ageism and sexism. We know organisations are ageist, but when ageism meets sexism, you get a very dangerous concoction, if you like. And it's very insidious, gendered ageism, is you can't quite put your finger on it. But you know when you're experiencing it. You're sidelined, you're walked out of projects, you can't quite get the promotion you were promised. So number 1 is gendered ageism. Number 2 is midlife collision, which is, since I wrote about it, the very words have kind of exploded, if you like. But it's that knowledge that middle-aged women have, that they're in a collision of circumstances. Think of parental care, bereavement, divorce, looking after our teenage children, often with mental health challenges, with financial stuff going on. It's just a very swift, powerful collision. And sometimes you have to leave to draw breath. Sometimes you have to leave to survive. Sometimes you just want a temporary pause, which is the most common. They just need 6 months to sort out their parents, sort out their kids, sort out their life, sort out their finances, and then they find they can't get back into the organisation. And the third reason is what I termed the revolt, in that there is a very real sense that when you hit midlife, particularly when you've experienced bereavement, that life's shorter. And it's that idea that if I'm going to make the most of the rest of my life, it's sure not going to be here. And so they revolt against the confines of the normal corporate setup, and they go and do it for themselves.
Yeah, and that's the one that makes you want to cheer.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for all the first two reasons of gendered ageism and collision, revolt is much more hopeful.
Yes.
Although I think it's sad that women cannot revolt within an organisation.
Yes. Yeah.
And that there's still, despite all our conversations, more so now about flexibility, it's not really the case for women at the top of organisations.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for putting it so succinctly and so powerfully. And I think, we all experience the recognition, the rage, the sadness, and also, as you say, the hopefulness of all of that. It's a really powerful mix.
Yeah.
How did you react when you found out that you'd been shortlisted?
You know what? I had a little quiet weep.
You're the first person to say that. That's
so really? Oh, I was surprised. Yeah, it was. Oh, that's good.
Go on.
I think over the last year I've had a lot of highs about this book, and I've had different recognition from media and TV and podcasts. It's been quite glorious, and I've had some bucket list moments. But there was something about Business Book of the Year that felt really, I don't know, quite powerful and just a little bit weepy. It was a great sense of, oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased for you, and so proud of the book, proud of having published the book, and I honestly cannot say it strongly. If you haven't read this book, read this book. It is extraordinary, and I think I'd love more men to read it as well, because I think this is something that's just invisible to most men, most leaders in organisations. So all the best for 19th of September. You're going to be there, right?
I certainly am going to be there.
We're going to have our frocks on. We are going to be rocking out. We haven't got 2.5 tables at the Business Book Awards. I'm so excited.
Wonderful. Well done, you as well.
Have a great night, whatever happens. But thank you so much for your time today, Lucy. It's been just amazing talking to you.
Total pleasure. Thank you, Alice.